Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new video. So today, Larry and I are outside on the lanai, which I think is super fun. We are going to film a Q&A. And I was like, it's sunny, it's beautiful, it's a bit crisp out here.
A little chilly.
But it's nice. And I thought maybe you guys up north, if you have a lot of snow, gray skies that just keep lingering.
Yeah.
I thought this might be a change of pace, like a fun change of pace. So we're outside to film this Q&A. I asked you guys over on Instagram to send in as many questions as you could. We have selected many of the questions. Thank you so much for sending in so many amazing questions. And we're just gonna cut to it. So grab yourself some coffee, pause the video, tea, water, whatever you're drinking at the moment.
Hot chocolate.
While you're watching this video, grab it. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. Question number 1. This is from Christy Jenny. She asked, what are your thoughts about the new Universal Park opening next year?
Ooh.
So this is Epic Universe, the new park. We are so excited. I'm one of those people that don't like to look at all the detail. I like to experience it firsthand. Like,
be surprised.
Be there, see it. I've seen little snippets, and from what I have seen, it is stunning. It's beautiful. I know there is parts of Wizarding World there from what it looks like, and there's a bunch of other things, but again, I haven't really dived into the nitty-gritty, but I do know that the wonderful team behind the scenes that has created this park have been working so hard for so many years for us to enjoy a magical place to escape reality. And thank you for that. They have done such an amazing job, so I'm excited to take Liam.
And I know for a fact
So excited.
there's going to be new coasters, and if it's anything like the last two they did, it's gonna be crazy.
And I've heard like it's a park to park to park, and I think they are doing transportation from the Universal parks to the new park Epic, so that's also amazing. You don't have to get in your car and do all the driving and all the stuff, because if you've ever been to that area, it is chaos, it is crowded, there's a lot of traffic. And Universal, Disney, I-4, there's a lot going on down there, so that's awesome.
A lot of stuff for people to do.
Yes. This next question is from Becky Rakes. Can you bring back the Never Give Up shirts? Would love to order a sweatshirt. So we have brought them back technically. So I've linked them in the description box below. So if you guys are interested, you can purchase them. These are the one shirts I would say that a lot of you guys are like, hey, can you bring them back? So we have permanently brought them back, and they're just listed down below. So if you would like one, they are available. We love them. We wear them all the time.
Yeah, and it was brought up for our particular journey, but it can match. Yeah, it can match anybody's. You know, whether it's health reasons, or you want to advance, or you're trying to get through college and you're having a rough go. You know, get one. Never give up.
That's right. This next question is from Natalie Carrick, and she asked, pros of living in Florida, tips for a gal wanting to move there, please.
Ooh.
Great question. Well, one of the pros, hello right here. It is February and we are sitting comfortably outdoors.
And at night you can sit outside and listen to crickets, which is something you can only do for a few months in the northern states.
Yeah, I would just say that generally the weather, the blue skies. When we lived in Ohio, it was so gray. It is so cloudy. It is miserable. We love Ohio, don't get me wrong, and I love it. I love the 4 seasons. But here it is very sunny, blue skies, mild weather. I mean, we go through pretty like humid weather, but it is just, it's beautiful. So if you plan to move here, amazing things, lots of outdoor activities, kayaking, beaches. We're close to the parks, Universal, Disney. Like, there's just so many things to be grateful for to live in this state.
If you live in the northern part of the state, you still get to see the leaves change colors, and you have to rake leaves. And it does get cold at night. We've had a 29 a couple times.
Yeah, it's been cold. Like, we've been abnormally cold this year.
But if you can, and you know it's going to be cold, you stay up a little later, you sleep in a little longer, and by the time you get up, it's already in the 50s, going up into the 60s, maybe low 70s.
Yeah.
So that's not a big deal. However, the further south that you go from Tampa, the temperatures get warmer, they stay warmer, and the traffic is crazy.
Yeah, the further south you go, like Larry said, a lot more traffic, a lot more hectic, a lot more built up. It all depends on what you want. Of course, if you're living near any city like Tampa, Orlando, Tallahassee, like if you pick a city, Miami, if you're living in that city zone, Jacksonville, expect a lot of traffic. But there's beautiful areas that are more secluded and spaced out, and you're the opportunity of living so close to the water is amazing. You can be in the middle of the state, but still be an hour and a half away or an hour away from the water, which is awesome. Oh, and we're one of the lucky states that has the Gulf on one side and the Atlantic Ocean on the other.
Yeah. It's like, we want to stay somewhere on the beach. Well, do we want to go east or west?
Yep. Different vibes on the coasts. So yeah, good luck if you come to Florida. Yay, come join us.
Come on down.
This next one is from Paige Lamont1. Does little man get scared of Harry Potter movies? So this probably came from maybe the Instagram story that I posted where he was playing with the buttons on the heater and I had Harry Potter in the background.
Yeah.
Generally, we don't have it on for him when he's up and about. Like if we have something on the TV, it's something more so geared towards him, towards learning PBS Kids, Miss Rachel, The Polar Express, what have you. I don't usually have it on where he'll like sit and watch it because of that reason. There's like Voldemort, these crows.
Well, they're
Voldemort and all the things.
If the movie's on and he's awake, it's usually the first movie, maybe the second one. However, we do have the soundtracks from all of them, and those are constantly playing, so he knows the music.
Yeah, I haven't played it enough to like sit him down to see if he'll like watch it and really engage in it, but I'm excited to see if and when he does. I know he loves the music though. I mean, he has been listening to that music since he was in my womb, so it is my life and I love it. So I think he's gonna love Harry Potter, but we'll see.
It's good music.
This next question is from Am By Two Shows. How were you and Larry chosen for the Tamron Hall show? Did you buy the blazer? You looked great. Thank you. So we were reached out to via email by the producer of the Tamron Hall show. And from what it appears, it looks like they were looking for social media couples that had an age gap relationship. So I assume that the producers did a generic search of age gap couples on YouTube, on Instagram, and TikTok, and that is how they found their group of age gap couples. And then we had to go through interviews, and then they picked 3 couples that they wanted to have on that show. So I think that's how ABC producers of the show pick and do it. Just a general search of, I guess, really honestly putting yourself out on the internet, and that's how they found us. It was really fun. The blazer I did get, but I don't think I'm gonna wear it. I just don't think I'm gonna wear it like out and about in the normal daily life. So I think I'm gonna get some coin back. I'm gonna get some money back. All the tags are still on. I didn't wear it, and I'm about to. Those were not cheap, you know. So I'm about to get me some coin back for those outfits that I did not wear. The bow sweater I'm keeping. I wore it on the show, so I'm gonna keep it. This next question is from Brooke Chelsea. Must-dos around Orlando, headed on vacation soon.
Oh, there's so much to do there. There's Universal, there's Disney, there's
Disney Springs,
there's SeaWorld, there's museums, the Titanic Museum. There's one of those places where it simulates skydiving. You're in a big tube and it's all air, and I've not done it. If I'm going to actually skydive, I want to go up and skydive, but
if you're terrified of jumping out of an actual plane, but you want to still get the vibe, that's a great option.
There's Icon Park.
I was just going to say Icon Park.
With the rides and the aquarium.
Gordon Ramsay has a fish and chips restaurant down there somewhere.
Just outside,
Icon Park.
Yeah,
there's a lot. There's putt-putt, there's shopping. There's literally so much to do there. There's a lot that we haven't even got to do or explored while we've been there, but generally there's a lot of amazing places to visit.
Hulk Hogan has a surf shop, beach shop there that you can go to. Tons of restaurants. Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Some of that's kind of touristy stuff, but it's there.
I think that's, Orlando is definitely touristy, but to be expected.
Yeah.
That's just a gathering. So if you guys are in the Orlando area or have been to and have any recommendations for anybody that's getting ready to visit Orlando, definitely leave them in the comments below. Plus, I'd like to know too, so we can see.
And if you want to search for a hotel, man, you better have a whole evening to sit down and go through all the choices for hotels and the different things they offer.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. This next question is from Barbara Paul's Bow. And her question is, what plans do you and Angela have this year? So Angela was supposed to come with her family last year, but then we had the hurricane that came through and it kind of altered all the plans. And then we were talking about getting together this year I'm not sure when. We don't have any concrete set dates yet, but the plan is for them to come here and stay at the house, which I'm so looking forward to because Angela's son and Liam are the same age. Many of you guys know that. Angela and I went through pregnancy together. The first time they met, they were 4 months old. So they weren't really playing together. They were more of like, hey, there's another baby over there.
There's a mini me.
There's a mini me. Oh, there's another one of me. But now they could definitely play together, and I think it would be really cute. So we have the pool, which is exciting if they want to swim. Of course, we have the safety fence up. That is a definite priority when you have kids in Florida. So got that up so everybody will be safe, and it's going to be a fun time. Very, very excited about it. So yeah, no plans yet, but the discussion is being had on the best time.
Come on down.
This next question is from Anna Schreers. Have you been able to sleep well? I have a 16-month-old and I am still struggling.
It gets better.
It does get better. After the first year, it gets better. I know you have a 16-month-old and you're still struggling, but Liam definitely had some kind of a regression there as well. He is doing really well. He's doing very, very well, which is nice because the lack of sleep is really hard. Really weird. That doesn't have to do with Liam, really. I am not sleeping well. I haven't been sleeping well for a while. It takes me a long time to fall asleep. I'm always that girl that goes to bed at 8. I'm not going to bed till like 11, midnight, and then I'm waking up throughout the night. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I used to lay my head down on my pillow at 8 p.m. and I was out. I would crash. And now I'm up and it's horrible.
Up.
So I'm trying to take some melatonin, Tylenol PM, but then I don't like doing that because I don't want to have like the Tylenol PM hangover the next day. So anyway, how you sleeping?
I'm sleeping pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's some times when she's been in checking on the little guy and it's the third or fourth time he's starting to make some noise and I get to go check on him. I was just in there.
If I've already done it a few times, so I know how you feel, Mama. I know how you feel. If I already done it a few times, I'm like, Larry, please. Because I wake up to everything, whereas Larry will sleep through it. But I think he sleeps through it because he knows I'm right there. And, but if I wasn't right there, I know he would get up. But, yeah, it's still a challenge. I mean, one day they're going to be old enough. They're going to be sleeping through the night. Then they're going to be sleeping until 11 o'clock noon on the weekends. And we're going to be like, hello, are you going to wake up and have breakfast with the family? So it's like, it's that phase. It's that, what do they call it? The season of life that we're all in if you have a little one. But we will get through it.
And each little one is different. So don't think that you're not the only one or that there's a problem or something. It's just everything's different.
Yeah. This next question is from K Elizabeth 81. Is Luna still at your parents and how is she doing? So really big update about our little Luna and we're so excited to share. So you guys know that we've gotten really close with one of our neighbors and actually like our next door neighbor. We're very close. We host them almost, would you say once a month, sometimes twice a month. We have dinner here. When we first moved in, they brought us a chicken. Very sweet people. We got really, really close and they wanted a pet. They were looking for a cat. And you guys know that Luna is no longer with us. Her and Lexi, we tried. It just wasn't working out. So Mom and Dad took Lexi. No, Mom and Dad took Luna. And Luna was living at my parents' house. Many of you probably know my parents have Lassie. They have a dog. And then they also have another dog. And then they also have Tyson, another cat that lives in the house. Luna was not vibing with that, but she was okay. She was doing well, but she didn't love it. And she would hide because she didn't want to be around any of the other animals. So I talked to my parents when I found out that the neighbors were looking for a kitty. And that's a no animal house. So it would just be Luna in the kingdom. I was like, Mom, what do you think? And she's like, if it's best for Luna, why don't we try it? So Luna has found her forever home. She lives right next door, which is so fun. So we can see her. She has the whole house to herself. She was really shy the first 2 weeks she was in the house. She was hiding. Completely normal for cats. But now, as they have said, like, she is the queen. She runs the house. She is jumping on counters, which she never did here. I was like, oh my gosh. And that's probably because there's no other cats. There's nothing going on. So she is ruling the roost over there. So I'm glad she's spoiled and she's having the best time and she's right next door. So we get to see her literally anytime we want. We just knock on the door, do a visit, and we get to see her. But I know a lot of you have been asking about Luna. I know many of you have missed that she left here and then went to my parents' house, and then 2 months ago she went from my parents' house to the neighbors, and she's doing amazing. So long story short, that is the update with Luna. This next question is from KennyFan27. What's Liam's favorite toy to play with?
Ooh.
So he has a few, I would say. He has this cube. It's like an activity cube, and it has a bunch of different things. He loves items that sing, that light up, that are interactive. He loves that. And then he also has that little teddy bear that sings. He has this little reindeer. He carries it around with him.
Yeah, his go-to little thing is the reindeer.
The reindeer.
It's only about that big, and he carries it all over. But when he actually sits down, and we have one of those activity centers that's a wooden block, a cube, and it's got the rails on the top that have speeds that you can move around, and it's got different things all over the sides that you can do. He likes that a lot too.
Yeah, but I would say his favorite thing that's non-toys is opening and shutting drawers and stuff like that, or buttons. Anything that has buttons, he wants to push the buttons. That's so cute. It's fun to watch them explore new things though. From Kai Lyra, just wondering if you get self-conscious when vlogging in public. I think sometimes, I think so. Especially if I'm very aware that I'm the only person doing it. That's when I'm like, oh God, this is really awkward. Like when we were in New York City, we were walking around and I'm holding out the camera and I'm like, I'm probably the only person doing this right now. But honestly, I don't think anybody cares. In some environments, people care. Like if you're vlogging at Universal, I have noticed like people will point or people will turn and watch when you're vlogging. As long as I don't look at everything else around me when I'm vlogging and I just focus on me and the camera and what I'm doing, that helps with the whole self-conscious vibe. Just focus on you, focus on what you're doing. And honestly, if you look at the other side of that, everybody has a phone. Everybody's vlogging. Everybody is taking pictures. So if I strictly vlogged on the phone, nobody would care. Nobody would notice. It's when that camera comes out that it's like, oh, what are you doing?
We try and do it discreetly, and sometimes people walk past you, they don't even realize it. Other times they kind of look and they're seeing what you're doing. I have actually seen people that have the camera and it's on a stick and they have the microphone coming off the top and there's somebody standing next to them with a ring light that's holding them, walking next to them. That's like total professional production stuff there. We don't
No, that reminded me of New York City when we were in New York City with Barcroft, and they had the full production thing, and we're walking around New York City, and people are following us around with those big cameras. And that is like okay,
Yeah.
but it's all an experience, and it's all a lot of fun. And if you enjoy what you do, just keep doing it, no matter what everybody else is looking at and thinking around you.
A lot of people in New York. They thought, "Oh, is somebody famous? Who is it?" And they're looking at us, and we're
and we're not.
Yeah, we're not.
No, we are not like Emma Watson, Angelina Jolie. I was just looking up the most famous people. Yeah, no, we're not. No, not even close. We're just regular people.
It's just us.
We're basic, basic people at home.
But a lot of the people that have the camera crews and following them, they're just people too.
Yeah.
They would like to say that it's just me.
That's true.
Yeah.
This next one is from Cinda Walker 98. How do you handle a migraine and a little one, or being sick and a little one? Yeah, so luckily I have Larry, so if like I have a full-blown horrible migraine or I'm actually ill, like I can lay down and take a nap and Larry will take over, and vice versa. If Larry's like, hey, I need a moment, like he can go take a nap and I'm taking over. But generally, like, I'm very fortunate I don't get...
That's wood.
You guys know all what I was about to say. Generally, I'm healthy and I do well. I do get the migraines, but I'm also very proactive with my migraines, where I take a tablet specifically for migraines, and 90% of the time they work. Very rarely they don't. So I just am able to continue on and fight through that migraine even if I'm still not feeling well. But Liam also has a nap during the day, so I hold out until he lays down for his nap. And if I am really unwell, I'm going down for a nap when he naps. Do that if you can. I remember when he was a newborn and everybody was like, nap when baby naps, nap when baby naps. And I never, ever did it. I was always, I can edit a video, I can clean, I can catch up on this, catch up on that. And sometimes I look back and I'm like, I need to give the advice to you guys. If like you're in that phase, oh my gosh, the cleaning, it can wait a little bit. Like take care of yourself first. Take the darn nap. Take the nap.
And a lot of times when the onset would hit, she wouldn't take the medicine right away. And now with the medicine and she knows better, as soon as she feels one coming, she'll take the medicine, and it will either eliminate it or it'll keep it from being a full-blown, oh my God, I gotta go, I can't stay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a few of those moments where it has been so bad, but rare. From J. Lorne 725, does Liam get his curly hair from you or Larry? So I know I had really, really curly hair when I was a toddler and when I was young. So I would say me, just because of that. But did you have curly hair?
Right now I have no hair. I think I did, and based on pictures, I might have. But then it turned brown, and later on it turned gray, and then it fell out. So.
Yeah. On the pictures I think I saw of you, you had that toddler one. I think you had a little bit of curl flip. Mm-hmm. But then when you were grade school, it was very straight.
Yeah.
You had straight hair.
Very straight.
Mine's that frizzy. I hope if Liam got his curls from me, they stay curly and they don't frizz. However, I have noticed sometimes his curls will go flat on top. He's very curly in the back. And they'll go flat and a little frizzy. And I'm like, oh no, he's got my hair.
Yeah, when the climate changes down here, he goes from straight hair to full-blown. It's like, what voltage wire did you touch to get that all of a sudden? But it's just the way it is.
He's so cute. From Abby Whitmer. Abby Whitmer. I have an older husband who doesn't want a child. How did you talk to Larry about a child? Right. So this is a very sensitive topic. I think not in just an age gap relationship, but any relationship. And when you go into it and one does want a child, but the other one doesn't, like you just have to talk through it. Honestly, and if that one is very firm and like they absolutely do not, and it's something that's very important to you that you do, maybe evaluate really the relationship at that point. I mean, you're two people that want very different things, but it's so hard when you love somebody too. Larry, when I realized I did, I was like, babe, I think I want children. What if I'm not okay with not ever having a child? And we talked about it, and Larry was on board with giving it a try. He wasn't like, absolutely not, I'm not doing it. So we had that common ground with each other, and if it was meant to be, it will be. If it works for us, then we'll be parents together, and that's kind of how we looked at it. So definitely be open, be vulnerable, talk to your partner about, you know, if you want to have a child or if you don't. And if you don't, that is okay. And if you do, that is okay. But both of you really need to be on the same page with that.
Yeah, with that.
Because that is so big and so life-changing. But I wish you the best in all of that. I know that can be such a hard topic to talk about, but it is really important to talk about. So good luck with everything, and sending you guys love who are going through having that conversation. Mm-hmm. From Lexi Rose 04, have you started any new books? I'm looking for some recommendations. I have not started a new book. I'm waiting for my book club, which is this week actually, to pick the February read, which I'll be sharing soon. But Larry has started a new book. He's finished like 3 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm up to 8 so far this month, or January to
He's read 8
3
books
days
in
into
a month.
February.
I've read 1.
Well, you're a little bit busier than I am.
We're both busy. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. It all depends on what you like too. If it's fiction or nonfiction, biographies, autobiographies, it's. But there's so many of them out there. You know, Google something you're interested in and put book by it, and you'll just get bombarded with all kinds of different choices.
Mm-hmm. From Kate Karowski, your least favorite Harry Potter movie? I'll let you go first.
The one where Ron disappears for a while and they're fighting and he's listening to the radio.
Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Yeah, I think that's my least favorite.
Mine's The Order of the Phoenix with Dolores Umbridge. I think that is my least favorite movie.
Foul, evil, gargoyle.
I love them all, so it's really hard to pick a least favorite. For the longest time, my least favorite was Goblet of Fire. And I think that was because Ron and Harry were fighting. And I just didn't like the new schools over at Hogwarts. And I just wanted it to be all about Hogwarts and Harry, Ron, and Hermione. And so for the longest time when I was younger, that was my least favorite. But as I've gotten older, it's like the Order of the Phoenix.
You know, the actress that was Dolores Umbridge did such a good job of being Dolores Umbridge that a lot of people dislike her more than they dislike Voldemort.
Yeah.
Which shows you what kind of a talent she
has
is as being an actress.
I really wish people, though, and I know a lot of people have a hard time with this, would separate the actress and actor from the character. Like, people have a hard time separating. I read Beyond the Wand, Tom Felton's book, and somebody approached him and attacked him and told him, why can't you just leave Harry alone? And, like, was attacking the actual Tom Felton, and he was like, look,
it's a role.
It's a role. I'm not actually, like, I'm not mad at him. I don't hate him. And it's just, some people have a hard time separating actor from character. I know the Game of Thrones actor that played Joffrey, I can't think of his name.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, he had a really hard time in life. People hated him, and it's like, no, he did such a good job at playing his character that you hate the character, but you don't actually hate him. That's rough.
And getting back to Dolores Umbridge.
Love her. Well, did not love Umbridge.
The actress has recently appeared as Queen Elizabeth in the series The Crown. And I thought, I love The Crown, but I was so afraid that I was going to see Dolores Umbridge instead of the Queen. And man, she just knocked that role out of the park too. She was the Queen. There was no doubt in my mind she was Queen Elizabeth.
100%. I saw her as the Queen. I actually saw a lot of comments on Netflix, on Instagram of that. And I still saw a lot of Harry Potter fans like commenting on there, all I see is Umbridge. And I'm like, no, not for us. Like, all I saw was Queen Elizabeth. She nailed it. I loved it.
I already had that mindset going into it that I wasn't going to see the Queen, but she was the Queen.
Yeah. This next question is from CSCow77. Do you have a lip liner tattooed on? I do not.
I do not either.
Yeah, Larry does not either. I've also had the Botox questions. I don't have Botox, and I also don't have filler in only my bottom lip. Those are the main questions that I get asked. I've not had any filler, makeup tattooed, cosmetic surgeries. However, if you want to, go for it. I'm not saying that I would never get Botox maybe one day, or filler maybe one day, but I don't really have a desire to right now, but I have not, and nor has Larry. Ooh, this next question is from Emily Lewis 84. What migraine medicine did you pop in your Instagram stories? So the migraine medicine is from my doctor. You can only get it from the doctor, and it's called rizatriptan. So I've had quite a few trial and error with medication for migraine. So that is the one that I take that works best for me. I have one that works really well for me, but my insurance won't cover it. So that I can't take because I can't afford it was just $1,000 for one migraine tablet. Imagine that. Are you kidding me? No, thank you. But anyways.
Of course, that's the one thing that works the best, but
yeah, the one that's
there is
not
a
covered.
triptan is if you take it when you first feel it, perfect.
Yeah. Canine Lambert asked, what is your favorite Disney park?
Oh. You want to go first?
No, you can go first.
Animal Kingdom, followed by Magic Kingdom. I know that's not what you asked. You wanted to know what my favorite one was.
Oh, you answered it. Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I think my favorite is Magic Kingdom, followed by Animal Kingdom. We haven't done the other parks enough to compare.
Yeah, Hollywood's fun.
Yeah, Hollywood is fun, but we haven't been to Epcot.
She's been there once. I have never been there.
Yeah, the only time I was there, though, I was in 6th grade, so it's hard for me to remember. Please. It was. Do you not remember the conversation that we were just having? In 20 years, Larry's going to be 80, and in 20 years, I'm going to be 50. And look at the last 20 years in your lives and how fast it went. Fart in the wind, guys. It goes so fast. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Thank you, Warden Norton.
Liam will be an 18-year-old.
Oh boy.
That's so disturbing to me.
You'll need more rizatriptan.
Oh my gosh. No, those teenage years. I'm hoping he's a very sweet teenager.
Well,
they test boundaries, guys. It's going to happen.
A dog will get you prepared for the infancy years, And a cat will get you prepared for the teen years.
Cats can't talk back, but
Yeah.
they bite, they swat.
Come here.
Man,
Not gonna happen.
They hiss. Stark 1 Diaries. Do you have any help with Liam, like a nanny or mother's helper? So Liam is with Larry and I primarily at home. We're like stay-at-home parents. If Larry and I go to an event, like say New York City, that was like a work-related event that we went to, he stays with mom and dad. If Larry and I go out for a date night, he'll hang out with mom and dad. So we don't have a nanny or a helper that comes into the house. We're pretty good and content with what we have right now. So, yeah.
And I just discovered, quiet over there. I just discovered that there was a day last year where she had a bunch of work to do, and I took Liam and we did a guy's day out.
Yeah, you guys went to
The
treasure store.
yeah, it's like an antique mall,
That's what it's called.
and that's one of my favorite. There's definitely a favorite spot there.
He was like, I didn't go anywhere. He's like, you weren't with us. We didn't go. And I'm like, no, you guys went. Like, you had a guy's day. And he's like,
And I
we did?
figured she must have had something where she was out doing filming or something, and no, she stayed home and worked, and Liam and I went out, and it's like, oh, well, we've done it once. We should do it again.
Yeah, it'd be fun to take him now because I think he would really look at everything. Katie Wilson, 1031, said, moving to the Tampa area this summer, any highways that are the worst when it comes to traffic? Yes, I have one. US 19.
Oh yeah,
Horrible.
Oh.
Horrible, horrible. 589, it's a turnpike. I think it's great. Great, great. 75, not bad. Can be trafficy, of course. Route 4, not bad. Can be trafficy, of course. 19, one of the most deadly, if not the #1 deadliest road in the United States of America. It is horrible.
I think it's definitely the deadliest in Florida, and possibly the top 3 in the entire country.
Tons of traffic crashes, tons of pedestrians getting hit by cars. You've got people running across 6 lanes of traffic. It is really awful, and not. Oops, sorry.
People go 20 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. People go 80 miles an hour. There's people that drive off the road and pass
You in the grass. There's people
a turn
that
lane that they don't pay any attention to. They have no intentions of turning, but they're going to use it, do 90 and try and cut people off and get back over.
We're the poor people that are confused and are going up the wrong turn lane.
Yeah.
They're going in the wrong, so they're coming at you head on.
People in Michigan will know what I'm talking about. 19 is a place where if what you're looking for is on the left side, you have to pass it, go 1.5 miles and find a place to turn in and make a U-turn and come back to it. And then depending upon how much traffic and where it's at and where your mind is at, you lose track of the location and you end up passing it and have to go back and make another U-turn.
I'd rather teleport and stay home or something. No, thank you. But I don't also want to scare you, but like, you manage, you figure it out. Like once you come here and you're here for a while, at first you're like, what the heck is this craziness nonsense? And I have noticed from where we moved in Ohio, policing was strict. It was a strict environment. Like if the speed limit is 35, you do 35, you do 40 tops. Otherwise you're going to get pulled over. Here it's kind of a free-for-all.
Yeah.
You don't really get pulled over. Like Larry said, you can do 45 on 19 or 85 on 19. Like sometimes people will get caught, but it is very, very rare. It's a free-for-all. Which actually, I have to bring up a funny story. In New York City, we were in the cab and people were beeping. Our guy was beeping, which is normal. It's New York City, right? And I started getting anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, somebody is going to whip out a gun and shoot somebody over all this beeping. Because you know why I had that anxiety? Because we live in the state of Florida. We live in the South. You do not beep at people. You do not throw your hands up at people. You do not flick people off. You keep in your lane and you keep going no matter what, because people will straight up get out of your car, get out of their car, approach you. And it's so funny. I'm like, imagine these New York City drivers that are beep, 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 and flicking off and doing all this stuff coming down to Florida. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's YouTube videos. You can watch them. Light turns red, everything stops. People get out of their cars, and it's a free-for-all. We've seen it. They will smash your windshield. We saw it happen in front of us. You don't engage. So it's just so funny how different things are
I don't know. And did we like just scare the crap out of everybody that wants to move down to Florida?
No, there's people who are probably going, yeah, we're used to that too where we're at. And
Yeah.
New York City, we were stuck in a traffic jam going in reverse
Oh my
for
gosh.
40 minutes because somebody needed to make a delivery and there was other stuff going on, and they parked their vehicles where they needed to park them, and until they were done doing what they needed to do, you were going to wait.
It took 45 minutes for
Yeah.
people to back out of this side street and get out. It was right outside the ABC
Yeah.
studios. And people were beeping and yelling at each other. And I'm like, again, if this was Florida,
Yeah.
there would be some serious problems. I don't know what's wrong with like people are so hot-headed.
We
It's
had a
scary.
guy in Boston that stopped his car in front of us and triple parked and blocked 2 lanes of traffic because whatever building was there he needed to go into, that's where he needed to go. And if there wasn't parking, he made it.
This next question is a really exciting one. It's Aggie Goodwin. If you could add any Harry Potter land to Universal, which would you add? I
Ooh.
think I'm getting this right. Like add any Harry Potter ride or add any kind of Harry Potter virtual experience to a park.
Yeah. I think that's...
I've come up with a really good one. I've been thinking about it. You guys know at Disney how there's the boat river rides where you go, it's indoors and they have all the live action like moments. Like they have the Pirates of the Caribbean and Avatar where you just get in, you sit on a boat and you just go. And you have all this interactive stuff to look at. That would be incredible because everybody can do it as long as you can like sit down in the boat. But I just think that would be so fun. Getting on the boat and going through a tour of everything in the Wizarding World. Like you could go through the classrooms, Hagrid's hut, all the characters, like just everything.
A virtual ride.
A virtual, well, not virtual. Is it
No,
a virtual?
I think so.
Like sit in the riverboat
Yeah.
and just coast along. Plus, that's really nice when it's a really hot day. How about you?
I would like to see something with the Forbidden Forest and all of those characters that were involved in that. Hagrid's brother, the centaurs, the werewolves, the giant spiders, the flying car. It would. I think that's something that hasn't really been kind of front and center with the theme parks, and it's probably hard to do.
Yeah. This next one is from Nicole072393. What has been your favorite thing or moment about being a mom? My favorite thing is literally everything. Watching him grow, watching him smile, watching him eat. I love watching him pick up his food and decide what he wants to eat. Like he has a plate full of things and he'll go for those strawberries. I just love seeing him blossom, and his personality is definitely coming out, and it's just really, really fun to watch. I look back at old pictures and old videos of him and I like get all emotional. I'm like, where is our baby? Like he has full on morphed into that toddler. But I just think wrapping that up, my favorite part is just experiencing being a mom and experiencing his milestones and watching him grow and flourish is my favorite thing in the world. And I just want to watch it happen forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah. Yours is probably about the same.
I'm not a mom.
But you're a dad. Okay, this next one is from CMCUN Diff. Universal with a toddler and a baby. Any suggestions? My suggestions would be go with the flow. Try not to have high expectations of running and doing all the things. Literally, if you go with like these high expectations, I think disappointment can set in and frustration. Because you are going with a baby and a toddler, you just kind of have to go with the flow with it.
Yeah, we took Liam once so far.
Yes, I don't think he was quite ready.
No, but our thought set when we took him was we're going to take him on the boat, which goes to all the different resorts. It's not technically a ride in the park, but we're going to take him on the boat, which was his first boat ride. And we're going to take him on the Hogwarts Express, which is his first train ride. And anything other than that was just people watch or find the shady spot and relax. We didn't go on any other rides. We didn't do anything, but we walked, let him watch people and whatever caught his interest, and those were the two things we wanted to do, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we called it a day and left.
Yep. Expectations,
yeah.
or I mean, not expectations, but suggestions, I guess, would just be not to have those high expectations, just to try and relax and enjoy them, enjoying their environment. Bring your own snacks if you want. Make sure you have water for the kids or milk, whatever they're drinking. Sunscreen, definitely sunscreen, hats, coverage.
And if you forget something, anywhere around any of the parks, there's Walgreens, there's Walmart, there's
On the outside, but that's a lot to like get in the car. But guys, really important. They have a first aid center on the Universal Studio side that's by the Fast and Furious area. So if you're sick or the kids fall or something happens, they have that first aid area there that you can go to and they'll help you out. It's like a little clinic. So that's also very helpful. But just go, have a good time, breathe, take it slow. That was the other thing is there's so many people and so much rushing. It's just like, no, I just want to take it slow and enjoy and just go at my own pace, no matter what everybody else is doing. Just enjoy that moment with your kids because it's such a big deal. It's a lot of fun, they're experiencing life. They're experiencing a whole new world. Like they're not at home, like they're experiencing something really cool and exciting. So have the best time ever and enjoy every moment. Take lots of pictures.
Treat it as a recon mission. See where all the strollers are parked outside the rides and see where things are available. And if you miss something and you are in the park already, chances are somewhere in the park they're going to have it, whatever you need. It's going to be a little bit more pricey, but that's park life.
Park life.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's park life. This next question is from Bree25. How much do you weigh now after having Liam? XOXO. So, interesting question. But what I will say is I have noticed that I actually weighed less and looked smaller post Liam, like my postpartum body. And I have actually since put on weight. Like now, so like 6 months postpartum, I weighed less, and a lot of people say, well, that has a lot to do with breastfeeding and stuff like that, because like somehow you burn more calories or you lose weight more when you are breastfeeding. I don't know, something like that. But guys, I have gone up in size, and that's okay. Like I know what I need to do. I need to prioritize my eating, prioritize exercise, and I need to look after myself. And honestly, I'm not. I'll go through a phase where I really am, and then I fall off my bandwagon. And then it's literally a vicious cycle with me. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. And I look at those old pictures and I'm like, even if I looked at a picture pre-Liam and I look at myself and I was like, gosh, I was so thin. But like, who cares? At the end of the day, I've had a baby. My body has changed. I can't expect it to go back to that pre-baby body. But what confuses me is how 6 months postpartum, I weighed less and was more toned, and I fit in my jeans that are sitting in my closet because I can't fit in them because all I can fit in is my leggings. Even when I put sweatpants on and they're like...
Well, I'm pretty sure that giving birth is quite a shock to the physical body. And there's going to be a period of time where you're not going to jump up and say, hey, let's go out to dinner tonight, or hey, let's go here. You're going to be recovering.
Right, but I still, I look at my 6 months postpartum and I weighed less than I do now, and I am now 18 months postpartum. So it's like but it's my own doing, and I know that. I know what I need to do, and I just need to stick to a healthy lifestyle. I don't have that younger body and metabolism anymore where I can just eat McDonald's French fries and 16 Oreos in the middle of the night and think it's okay. Ooh. That's one of my really bad habits, guys. Like, if I go and check on Liam in the middle of the night because he might make a noise, I'm going to just throw myself out there and tell you guys what I do. If there are Oreos, we're just going to say Oreos, cookies, Christmas cookies, anything. If it was sitting out, anytime I would go and check on Liam, I would grab 1 or 2 of them and I would take them to bed with me and have a couple of cookies in the middle of the night.
And can they make those containers they're in any louder to try and open or close at 2 o'clock in the morning?
You sleep through it. Don't even act like you wake up from it. Yeah, or when I'm crunching on them.
Times when I've gone and done the same thing and bring one back for you, and if you're asleep, I eat it.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. It's life. It's lifestyle.
But as the little ones get older, they're not so needy as much as they were when they were the infants, and now you have more time to do things and more times to munch on things, and dinner schedules are calmed down and your schedule is calmed down.
I think me working from home was the biggest killer though. in means of that, because when I worked at the office and in healthcare, I had to walk around a lot. I know the battery's about to die. I had to walk a lot. I was getting like 12 to 15,000 steps a day. Now I get like 2,000 to 5,000 unless I force myself to get on the treadmill or go on a walk. But generally I walk around my house, and that's not enough. Like, that is not doing enough. And that is when I started doing YouTube full time, that is when I started accumulating and going up and up and up. But it's okay. It's a journey. Guys, we were about to die. I don't know how long we've been filming for, but we are about to die on this battery. Is that an hour? Oh man, this is an hour.
An hour?
And there were still more questions. This one is from Mindy Goods. Oh, hey, Mindy. Have you and Larry talked about having another baby? We have talked about it. It's been a lot of discussion on the topic. So we have no embryos left, so we would have to start a whole new cycle, and we would have to go through everything all over again. So we've had a lot of discussion about it. We have come to a decision about that, but I want to talk to you guys more in depth about it in a upcoming video. All right, this last question is from Jessica03. Any plans on seeing Peter? Haven't seen him in a long time. We don't have any current plans. We need to do a FaceTime date. We've been trying to schedule a FaceTime date with all of us, so we need to do that. But we had a date scheduled.
Yes, we did.
In October to go to Chicago with Liam. It was all booked for like all the fall activities, seeing Peter. It was going to be a great time. And then my embryo transfer actually got pushed back because I didn't pass my lining check like the first 2 times or 1 time. I don't remember how many times. That was a crazy journey. So we had to cancel the trip. But we need to make the plan soon. But Peter is doing really well, and thank you for asking. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you enjoyed this very long Q&A video and sitting outside with us in the sunshine. I hope it looked all right. And we will see you guys again in the very next video. Bye.
Bye.
My side's higher than yours, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's good. It's still leaning. Why? It's not on uneven ground. It's on the paper towel roll. Why is she? It should be like that, and it's not.
You hold the camera.
No.
All right, try that.
No, it's not gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. Now it's leaning way the other way. I think that's pretty good. Yeah?
Yeah.
We made it. Let's get it. Bring it in a little bit closer. Closer. Good?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Got my whole bun in there, Larry. That's a miracle in itself.
I don't have a bun. I put mine away, remember?
Yes. Go like this, you got some white.
Where?
Under your, right here, where under your,
Get it off.
hope I don't like blind you. Okay, ready? Today, Larry and I are gonna do a Q&A. Gonna do, I hate when I say that, gonna.
Gonna. We're going to do.
Yeah, why can't I say all the words? We are going to. Let's redo that.
Yeah, we get lazy when we talk.
We gonna. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. Oh, darn it. We're gonna sit down. We're already sitting down. Oh, jeez. Take the wheel. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. What the heck is wrong with me? Okay. Slow down. Take a deep breath. You know what? I need a sip of the coffee.
Breathe.